Hello and welcome to another phenomenal episode of The Never Games. Find us anywhere you get great podcasts. Reach out to us at most social media at _never_games, or shoot us an email at hello@thenevergames.com. On this week's episode, Noel makes wine out of carrots, Conor runs for president, and we all pledge our souls to master at the dark. Enjoy the season 2 finale, sweet, sweet Centaur Boobies.
Hey Noel, you got some trivia for us?
Oh, I thought it was Multimedia Minute.
Oh my god!
No, I'm kidding. I totally have it. Oh, you guys! All right, and we're going to.
I was going to say, not only did you get that wrong, but you didn't tell us what you were doing a Multimedia Minute on.
All right, and we were going to start this episode like we do every episode with a little game of theme between the lines. I'm going to give you a series of questions, and you have to guess the underlying theme. If you know the answer to last week's theme between the lines, stay tuned in the second half of our show, roughly. And you'll find out then. But until then, shall we play?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's get into it.
Number 1. Creme de Light, Fat Danvers, and Red Core Châtenay are all types of what? Is it carrots, apples, grapes, or cats?
It was creme de light, fat Danish,
Danvers. And Red Core Châtenay.
And the options were?
Carrots, apples, grapes, or cats?
I'm going to go grapes.
I was
I'm thinking grapes. You know what? So I'm gonna change my mind. I'm going apples.
Okay. We're rocking and rolling. This is a great start. None of you got it right. It is carrots.
I was thinking about switching to carrots.
I was also like, when I heard carrots the second time, I was like, that could be carrots. And then when you said grapes, I was like, one of those words was French. Better say grapes.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Was like wine.
All it takes is one French word.
Yeah.
to make us all go. It's definitely wine.
It's always wine when it's French.
Because we're alcoholics.
Yep. All right, moving right along. Question number 2. We currently have a 3-way tie with 0. We all know Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin, that wonderful good drink that goes down so smooth. But where did he invent the cotton gin? Which city? Is it Montgomery, Alabama, Salem, North Carolina, which is now Winston-Salem, Philadelphia, or New Haven, Connecticut?
Gonna go New Haven.
I'm going North Carolina.
I'm also thinking New Haven, and my reason for that is because I know for a fact that he went to Leicester Academy. Leicester, Massachusetts, where I'm from.
Is that close to New Haven? I mean closer than all the other cities.
Yeah, it's a lot closer.
Yeah.
Are you locking it in, Connor?
Yep.
All right. We still have a tie. It is a 2-way tie, though. Congratulations to Tom and Connor. It is New Haven, Connecticut.
My memory from school was that it was like, and no one in Connecticut used the cotton gin.
I was surprised on how north it was, considering I'm pretty sure cotton is mostly a southern crop.
Yep.
All right. This one is a guess the numbers, so whoever's closest gets it.
All right.
Number 3, the Blue Man Group uses a number of different foods on stage during the show, including, but not limited to, Cap'n Crunch, Jell-O, bananas, and marshmallows. Each week, the show uses how many marshmallows?
I'm gonna say 30.
Okay.
Per week, which means, like, do they have a show every day of the week?
That's the thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Can I change my answer to...
Sure.
I'm going to say 250.
250.
I'm going to go 300.
300.
I'm going to say...
Knowing how many shows they do per week would help quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 150.
150. All right. Well, Conor, you don't really need any more information because you did get it right.
Hey.
It is 385 marshmallows, which
a lot of marshmallows
is too accurate. it's scary how accurate they like, but all right.
Well, I remember they have like 2 or 3 gags involving marshmallows, and
yeah, they do. use a lot
considering
of
how well it's
marshmallows.
choreographed, they've got to probably have like the same amount each time, you know?
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
After 3, Connor is in the lead with 2, followed by Tom with 1, and Trevor, come on, pick it up.
Yeah, I think I've already lost on the season.
Yeah, well.
Can you believe that you lost the season because you don't know how many marshmallows the Blue Man Group uses?
I used to know exactly.
All right. Last question. I do have a tiebreaker if necessary, but let's do it. There are only 2 G-rated movies that feature nudity. One of them is a movie I don't know anything about called The Bible in the Beginning. That came out in 1966. What is the other movie? Is it Fantasia, The Sound of Music, Planet of the Apes, the original one with Charlton Heston, or Gone with the Wind, the original one with Charlton Heston?
I'm gonna go last.
It was Sound of Music, Gone with the Wind, Planet of the Apes, and what was the fourth one?
Fantasia.
I'm going to say Gone with the Wind, or Sound of Music.
Okay.
I'm going to say Fantasia.
It is Fantasia. That's my favorite Disney movie.
Does it count them Donald Duck never wears pants?
No, there's little cherubs in the in a sequence with like Dionysus getting drunk on wine, and then Zeus comes to fuck with him and throws lightning bolts at him. But there's a bunch of little naked baby cherubs, and I'm pretty sure you also see some centaur boobs.
Sweet, sweet centaur boobs. So the one that I read was Planet of the Apes.
What?
But Connor, I can still give you the point anyway. You're still going to win no matter what.
Neat.
So
I would like you to do some research because I'm pretty sure I got that right anyway.
Maybe it's not rated G.
It is rated G. All these movies are rated G.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Sweet, sweet centaur boobies.
Yeah, you're right.
I told you.
He had that in half a second. That was already up on his phone.
No, all I did was put in Fantasia nudity, and then I had a existential crisis, and I was like, "What am I gonna find?"
That was the last movie I decided to put into the goddamn questions, motherfucker.
It's my favorite Disney movie,
All
not because of the boobies.
Congratulations to Connor with a thorough victory. So that's been Theme Between the Lines. If you know the interlying theme between all these lines, go to hello@thenevergames.com, any of our social media outlets at _never_games, or our telephone number, which is 406 games 24. And yeah.
Yeah. And this is the Never Games. My name is Trevor. I am the CEO of Stickerbox Studios and the producer here at the Never Games.
My name is Tom O'Brien, and with the accusation that I cheated at points this season, I plead the fifth.
My name is Conor Provost, and I have a very sensitive scalp.
And my name is Noel McGinnis, captain of the blue team, and welcome to a very special Never Games episode. This is our season 2 finale.
Everybody.
The finale.
It's already decided now.
I got some things up my sleeve. I've been watching all the Fast and Furious movies, so I am going to pump the nos pretty early, and then it will run out because it's not forever.
That's how it works.
But family is forever.
I need to somehow get 3.5 points in one single game.
So I have a thing that we should do that I don't think we've done this season, and I think it's pretty important to do it on this, the finale, is tell the listeners what our point totals are, just so we can fill them in.
Oh
yeah. Now that it's decided, we've got Tom in the lead. He's got about 840, something like that, and it doesn't matter. But we have a close battle for second.
No, Trevor, can you just double check the scoreboard? I don't think you got it right there.
What the fuck?
See, pumping out the nos, fast and loose, baby. I have 116 points.
That's not true.
For the
everybody
listeners,
listening.
Noel just typed 116 into his score for zero reason because we have all of the episodes and the scores that you got in those episodes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty legit.
And we have meticulous scorekeeping here. I'm pretty sure Noel has 4.
I have 116 points.
Somehow Noel managed to get a negative score on the season.
Yeah.
But no, we have a close match for second. With that point that Conor just got, he's now at 20.5 points. And
21.
I'm at 20. So I've got 2 games left to play, and he's only got 1 left. So I've got a pretty good shot here.
It's gonna be tight. Not against me, but between the two of you, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah, nobody cares, Tom.
Nobody cares about first place.
No,
I also this feels braggy. This feels braggy of me, but I have not scored a point in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How's that bragging?
Well, because I'm still gonna win.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's a little braggy.
That's a little braggy.
I also want to take a moment and let our listeners know that Conor has recently dyed his hair green.
Yeah,
it's blue. It's just hard for you guys to tell. It's like greenish blue.
And is wearing a vivid orange shirt. My question to you is, for the recording, did you intentionally dress like a DC villain?
I was going to say Megan Rapinoe.
No.
Yeah.
With her sweet locks, yeah.
No. Yeah, I was bored, and so I got my hair dyed. And yeah, that's why I found out today that I have a super sensitive scalp, because they put the bleach on, and my God, did that shit burn. Oh my God. It was very, very painful.
That sounds about right with bleach.
Is the hair closer to your scalp more purple because the dye did mix with the blood, or
yeah,
is it
bit.
still okay?
Yeah, if you get like way in there,
it's more of a lavender.
Yeah, yeah. And I've also got a little tiny, like there's a little tiny sploosh in one of my eyebrows, so I got a little blue dot in my eyebrow.
Was this your first time doing it?
Yeah,
I've dyeing hair.
Yeah, I mean, I got it professionally done.
Oh, okay.
But I've never dyed my hair before, and
so the professional you hired splooshed in your eyebrow. That's what I'm hearing.
You guys want to play a game?
Let's play a
game. All right, it's my turn to run the game this week, and this game has been co-created by a friend of the show, Willa Payne. Came together through a conversation we were having the other day. And the name of this game is Tagline, You're It.
Okay.
So this is a pretty straightforward multiple choice kind of game. But the premise is, I have the tagline for a movie. And I'm going to give you 3 different movies that may be the tagline for.
Oh, I'm going to clean up in this game.
And you're going to have to tell me which movie it actually is. Now, the thing is, I have intentionally, I think to make this a little bit harder, these are all late 70s, early to mid 80s movies, which are fairly generic. Not the movies aren't generic, but like I feel like these taglines can go for really anything.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I swear to God, if one of them is like, "Here they go again," I don't know. That could be anything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There was something I was looking at. Oh, I had a game that was P&V or WWE, where I was giving like the covers of either porns or WWE, and the taglines never have anything to do with anything. I was looking at other movies at the time, and like tagline. This is going to be so hard. Tom, I don't think you realize that you're going to have another 0-point game here.
No, I've intentionally made it as difficult as possible also. All right, so here we go.
These are going to be well-known movies, though, right?
Yes, these are all very well-known movies.
Does Trevor know them?
No.
Yes, I've watched several of these with Trevor.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, the tagline is, "Join the adventure." Your options are...
Oh my God, that's already so stupid.
The Goonies, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Big Trouble in Little China.
I'm gonna say Goonies.
I was feeling Goonies because something about like saying like join in there makes me go like it's more youthful than like a.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm picturing like the cover of Raiders of the Lost Ark, like with the cartoony looking Indiana Jones, you know?
I do know that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that's the cover they use anymore, but...
What was the third one?
The three options are Goonies, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Big Trouble in Little China.
I feel pretty confident that it's not Big Trouble in Little China, but that movie is awesome.
I'm going to say Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Trevor's going Raiders.
I'm going to go Goonies.
Connor's going Goonies.
I'm also going Goonies.
All right. The correct answer is the Goonies.
God damn.
Goonies' tagline is Join the Adventure. Raiders of the Lost Ark is The Return of the Great Adventure. And Big Trouble in Little China's is Adventure Doesn't Come Any Bigger. So, there you go.
God damn it, Tom. God damn it.
All right. Question number 2. The tagline is, if you've seen one ghost, you haven't seen them all. Your choices are Ghostbusters, Poltergeist, or Beetlejuice. I'm having fun.
I feel like that's way too campy for Poltergeist.
Yeah.
That's like too silly for Poltergeist.
I mean, it's also a movie tagline. It doesn't always match the tone particularly well.
I know, that's...
Yeah.
I thought you were going to like throw in Casper or something, because I feel like that could be Casper.
There are several movies that I considered adding to these categories that I felt like fell outside of that late 80s to late 90s time frame.
Right.
These remind me of like all these sort of small to mid-sized businesses that advertise on the radio. Like, go to Deerfield Ford. We have the best cars. Like, and that's their motto.
Best cars.
Just like clearly the first take.
Yeah.
Just like nobody was hired to come up with that.
Yeah.
It was.
I feel like Ghostbusters is the obvious answer, which is kind of why I don't want to say it. But then Beetlejuice, I feel like the tagline would be more directly about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ghostbusters.
I'm going to go Beetlejuice.
I'm going to go Poltergeist.
All right. The correct answer is Beetlejuice.
God damn it.
Puts Noel in the lead
two.
with 2 points. So Ghostbusters, the tagline was, no spook, specter, or haunt will ever be safe again. And the tagline for Poltergeist was, they're here.
Duh.
Yep. Like, when I read it, I was like, well, of course that's the tagline for Poltergeist.
That makes sense.
All right, going into round 3, Noel is up 2, Connor has 1, and Trevor has 0. All right,
number
0
3 points so far this episode when I needed to sleep.
Tagline number 3, the thing that won't die in the nightmare that won't end. Is it A, A Nightmare on Elm Street, B, Terminator, or C, The Thing?
Can you read it again?
Sure. The tagline is, the thing that won't die in a nightmare that won't end. And your choices are A, Nightmare on Elm Street, B, Terminator, or C, The Thing.
Both Nightmare on Elm Street and The Thing are just so redundant if that's the tagline.
Oh, God.
But it also doesn't seem like, outside of the fact that that just seems so stupid for the tagline for Terminator.
I'm going to say The Thing.
I was thinking
Noel's going The Thing.
I'm going to go Terminator.
Trevor's going Terminator. Connor, what'd you say?
Yeah, I'm going to go The Thing.
All right. The correct answer, Terminator.
Hey!
Bitches!
Got one.
The tagline for Nightmare on Elm Street is, you won't be sleeping alone. And the tagline for The Thing is, man is the warmest place to hide.
Oh.
Yikes.
Dude, Thing is crazy.
Gross.
But that
All
also
right.
could be the tagline for like a romantic comedy.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Man is the warmest place to hide.
All right, so after 3 rounds, Connor and Trevor have 1 point. Noel's still in the lead with 2. Going into question number 4, the tagline is, "The snobs against the slobs." And your choices are A, Caddyshack, B, Revenge of the Nerds, or C, Animal House.
Oh, god damn it, Tom.
It's got to be Animal House,
It's
right?
got to be Animal House.
It's got to be Animal House.
Yeah, it's got to be Animal House.
Wait, can you say the line again?
When you first said it, the first thing that I did think of was Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
So the tagline is, "The snobs against the slobs." And your options are Caddyshack, Revenge of the Nerds, and Animal House. Connor and Noel are both going Animal House.
I didn't lock it in yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going Animal House.
I'm going to say
Noel's locking
Caddyshack.
Animal House.
I'm gonna go Revenge of the Nerds, just because I said it before you even offered it as an option.
Sure. Trevor's going Caddyshack. Connor locking in at Revenge of the Nerds. The correct answer is Caddyshack.
Damn it!
Ha ha! Got one.
For Revenge of the Nerds, the tagline was, "Their time has come." And Animal House, the tagline was, "We can do anything we want. We're college students."
Dude, that movie is awful.
Yeah.
Like, looking back at it now, it is so problematic.
Which one?
Huh?
Which
Animal
one?
House.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
and also, I think that all of them have the exact same plot, which is none. There's this period in the 80s. There must have been some changes to the way that ratings were done, because nudity, I think, became allowable in R-rated movies. And every single comedy of the 80s just has a time period where it's like, what if we just have topless women running around? That's not funny, but like...
Have you seen a recent comedy?
Right?
That's still what happens most of the time.
Well, yeah. I feel like anything with Will Ferrell might as well just be Animal House.
Yeah.
So... All right, going into the 5th and final round, we have a tie for first place between Noel and Trevor.
Yeah!
Trevor and Noel each have 2. Connor has 1. So we could 3-way tie it, in which case I will have to come up with a bonus. I don't have one currently, so please don't. All right, number 5. The tagline is, "Time flies when you're having fun." Your options are A, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, B, Time Bandits, or C, Back to the Future.
It's got to be Bill and Ted. I'm going to lock that in.
Oh, I was thinking Back to the Future.
It's got to be between those two.
Wait, did you say Time Flies or Time McFlies?
Time flies.
Okay.
Marty McFly travels in time in a DeLorean this summer. This is the tagline. Please tell me.
Oh, that's Time Bandits.
Yeah. I'm locking it in with Back to the Future.
Noel going Back to the Future. Trevor, you've already locked in at Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, because it doesn't matter either way, I'm gonna say Time Bandits and just hope that it is that, and then I 3-way tie it.
The correct answer, Bill and Ted's Excellent
Adventure.
Adventure. Which gives Trevor the win.
Yeah. And
He's really hoping for that 117th point.
Well, I come in 3rd for the season.
Yeah, that's right. That means that Conor cannot score a point in his game, and that locks in the final scores.
By a half a point.
Yeah.
You're in 3rd.
Yeah, we should be tied. I'm still angry about that.
So just for the record, the tagline for Time Bandits was "All the dreams you've ever had, not just the good ones." And Back to the Future is, "Meet Marty McFly. He broke the time barrier, busted his parents' first date, and maybe botched his chances of ever being born."
That is so long. That's not a time. That's not a tagline. That's a summary.
It really is.
Hey, did you watch Back to the Future? No, I read the book. It was on the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been Tagline You're It. And Trevor, I'd like you to now insert an audio clip of Conor from the beginning of this game saying, "Oh, I'm going to clean up."
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. It's just instant karma if there ever was one.
Should we jump into a break?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Today's episode is brought to you by Omio. Omio is a travel booking platform that makes planning a journey in Europe and North America effortless. Just enter your travel details and Omio will magically give you all the train, bus, flight, and ferry options for your journey. It's never been simpler to book your first real vacation for 2021. Best of all, using Omio saves you time and money. That's a win-win in our books. Omio wants to help you leave your house this summer by offering 5% off your next booking. Just head to omio.com and use the code OMIO5, OMIO5 at checkout. Valid until July 31st for new users on all modes of transport. It's just the pick-me-up 2021 needs. Omio. Plan, book, and love the journey. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, y'all. It is time to reveal the answer to last week's theme between the lines. If you haven't listened to that episode yet, go back and listen before I spoil it for you right now. Last week was our special July 6th Park episode, and the theme was not Jurassic Park. We did have somebody reach out. Aaron from LA sent us an email, got it right. Congratulations to Aaron. The theme from last week was Dr. Henry Wu, or former doctor, if we're canon.
Yeah.
It was, I had 4 questions about the splicing of DNA in the dinosaurs, which was done by head geneticist Dr. Henry Wu. There was a quote that he said about, you didn't ask for reality, you asked for bigger teeth. The 3rd question was, in Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, which of these occurred but was not in the other movies? Well, Dr. Henry Wu was not in The Lost World or Jurassic Park 3, but he was in the other 3 movies. And then the last question was, how old is the youngest board member at the MIT Club of Northeast Ohio? Well, Dr. Henry Wu graduated from MIT and is from Ohio.
Wow.
So...
Nerd!
Yeah, way to go, Aaron. No, way to go, Aaron. You just won yourself 2 tickets to NeverCon 2021!
It's not happening.
Yeah, those will be coming to you in the mail. We mail out physical tickets, you guys. These are collector's items. You don't want to miss out on it. Go to thenevergames.com/NeverCon to get tickets. You can. It's not real. It's going to be a great time. You do not want to miss it.
It's got everything. It's got watermelons. It's got go-karts. It's got everything.
I thought you were going to
It's really
cool. It's got everything. It's got watermelons.
It's got watermelons, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have watermelons? It's not happening.
And Cisco is going to be performing.
Yes.
The kitchen supplier?
No, dude, the thong song.
Yes, Tom, the kitchen supplier.
Kitchen supplier. We're going to have live infomercials. We're going to have...
It's got everything. It's going to be great.
It's got everything.
Vince from
It's not
ShamWow is
happening.
going to be there.
Yeah, we
turns
broke him
beating
out
the
of
shit out of
prison
him.
especially for this. My girlfriend's out of town this week. Okay. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
So, have you eaten anything or like?
Yeah, actually, I made grilled tacos.
Oh.
Yeah, I really sliced thin some chicken.
Wait, so did you grill the taco or just grill the stuff in the taco?
What?
No, I wrapped it all up in the taco and then I put it on the grill.
Oh, did you?
Uncooked chicken, uncooked peppers, uncooked onions. You just
Trevor
throw
has
that right
salmonella.
on the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been vomiting for days.
Well, you're working your way up to some recipes. You're almost there.
Yeah.
No, that sounds really
Actually,
that does sound really
it
good.
is really good. But I learned that there is a lunch meal that's fairly popular in Wisconsin that's uncooked ground beef. Just
What?
on bread with some cheese.
Oh, it's called something weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a weird name.
Yeah.
That-
Well, they
I
do
forget
have
what it is, but
they do have beef tartare in fancy restaurants.
yeah.
Which is,
That's different than ground beef.
Right. There's a certain quality of meat that you use for tartare. Like it can't. It's the same thing as like using certain types of fish for sushi. You know.
Right. And even then, like, you can't just use any tuna for sushi. You have to use like sushi grade tuna.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I saw this and I was like, there is no way that any living people had this for lunch. And
because they all died since they ate it.
Yeah, I remember the name. It's called a cannibal sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Sign me up for one
also
of those.
known as tiger cat or wild meat.
Wild meat.
Tiger cat?
Or wild cat, sorry. Tiger meat or wild cat.
Yeah.
No,
but
I like tiger cat.
It's not like you just go to Aldi and pick up ground meat and like spoon it into your mouth. Yeah, you have to like grind the meat yourself so that you know it's not like sitting out somewhere and like exposed and all that. So that makes it not kill you. Doesn't make it not terrible.
I would not.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Are there any other toppings? Or is it just...
it looks like slices of raw white onion.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
You all know that I don't like to cook.
Right.
It sounds mildly appealing just in that fact.
Yeah, you're right. There is no cooking.
This was clearly discovered by somebody just like me who was like hammered one night and didn't want to like clean a pan.
The Donner Party.
Makes me think of like during like the Great Depression when people would go outside and just pick some dandelions and make soup out of it.
Yeah. It's like rock soup if nobody showed up to your party.
It's the very first thing that comes up is a definition of what it is, and then a thing on WPR, which I assume is Wisconsin Public Radio, and then after that it is 3 articles in a row about how you should not eat them and they are dangerous.
Never do this.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to stop us from serving cannibal sandwiches at NeverCon 2021. That's all there's going to be to eat. You're not going to want to miss it.
No, we got watermelons.
Watermelons and cannibal sandwich.
We should bring back all that like shitty regional food that I found that one time for that one game.
Oh yeah.
Was it like
all the
frog
hot
eye
dogs.
salad and like
and
the hot boy? I don't remember what the hot boy was, but I remember it was called the hot boy.
You guys want to talk about some media instead of
we should
raw
do that.
meat sandwiches?
Oh, that wasn't it?
Yeah,
I thought that was it.
No, we have to do the Multimedia Minute. And it is my week, and I quickly off the top want to talk about, are you all familiar with the comedian Rory ScovelAre?
Nope.
Rory ScovelAre is one of the funniest people alive. He's been around in a whole bunch of different things. He had a show come out in 2019 called Robbie, which is pretty good. I'm not sure if there's more coming out or if it got canceled or if it's like on COVID pause. But it's really, really funny. He's really, really funny, and I just wanted to mention this special that he came out with recently that's half comedy special, half documentary. And the idea is he filmed 7 days worth of him doing stand-up comedy at this club in Atlanta, but he did not have any like set list. He went out completely without anything and just started doing comedy off the top of his head 7 nights in a row. And yeah, it's an insane thing to do, but he's so funny that he makes it work. And then it's called Rory ScovelAre Live Without Fear, and it's half that, half of watching him, learn how to do that, because that's not a thing that people do. And then the other part is about the club that he's performing it at. It's called the Relapse Theater in Atlanta, and it's owned by this guy, Bob Wood, who was homeless and found this abandoned, I think it was an old church, and he just like moved in. And after he did that, he started cleaning it up, and then eventually he like opened the doors and just started putting shows on there. So it's like a story about him and how he just like how he managed to make this happen, and like sort of the fights he had trying to get it up and running.
At any point did he buy the church? Was it just continued squatters' rights?
It was something like that. Like he went and he like, he couldn't afford lawyers, so he had to go and like teach himself all of the laws around it and like fight the court cases himself. It's really, really interesting. It's really, really funny. Again, it's Rory Scovel Live Without Fear. It's free on YouTube. So go look it up. Yeah. And Rory Scovel is hilarious.
Yeah, seeing his picture, he looks super familiar.
He does.
He's one of those people that's just been around and doing a bunch of stuff. He has a Netflix special too, called Rory Scovel Does Stand Up for the Very First Time, which is hilarious because first off, that's just completely not true. He had like a planned set for the thing. He just named it that. Also very funny. Check it out. Yeah. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is this other comedian whose name is Steve Hofstetter. And he's most well known for his YouTube channel where he films all his sets and he gets heckled all the time because comedians get heckled. And he is really, really, really good at dealing with hecklers. So he has these videos it's him. You jump in like right before he gets heckled. You hear what the heckler says, and then you just watch him tear them apart. And it's really, really funny because he's hilarious. But then also he like steps away from them and he goes, okay, so here's what was happening in the show. My opener came out and they were saying this, that, and the other thing. And he gives you like a whole breakdown of the situation, you know, why certain things were said during it and whatnot. And then kind of what was going through his head at the time while he was like, you know, insulting these strangers who were just shouting things out at a live show. It's really, really interesting, really, really cool. So he's really funny. His YouTube's really funny.
Yes. So I was familiar with him when you told us that you were going to be talking about it, because like, I know you do that thing where you like mindlessly end up scrolling through shit on Facebook, and like a lot of his videos would pop up on my feed like all the time, and it's always just like comedian destroys heckler is like the title of the video.
Well, his whole thing is his internet presence. His internet presence is huge, and he does a really, really good job marketing himself online. And part of it is like semi-clickbaity titles to these videos. But like you actually watch them and they're great, and he's super funny. He also just has like his stand-up comedy up on there, and he has a lot of really great videos. But what I really want to talk about is a new thing that he's doing. It's called the Steel City Arts Foundation, and it's all over social media as Steel City AF. That's the like social media tag.
Yep.
And what it is he bought an old church here in Pittsburgh, and he's revamping it and turning it into a theater.
Is this a thing that people do? Do people buy a lot of churches and turn them into theaters?
There's one in my town.
Jeez.
There's 2 former church breweries here in Pittsburgh that are not this one that he's now flipping. I don't know why that's such a thing. I know there was at least one in Chicago, too. I went to one in Michigan. Yeah, I don't know. Something about church makes you want to drink. But
I think that there's something weird about the way that the Catholic Church handles their properties, that frequently they don't do anything with them until they're at the point of disrepair, that like they then just they're just abandoned and like useless. And then people are able to buy these big, beautiful spaces for dirt cheap.
Yeah, I went by this place
with
the other
good
day.
acoustics.
Yeah. I went by this place the other day, and the space is beautiful. It's like on the top of a hill. Getting up there, you have like great overlooks over the city and everything. So what's so great about this thing that he's doing is it's not just like a venue. It's going to be a venue. It's going to have like a big venue, a small venue. But the main thing about it is it's designed to help up-and-coming comedians. He's been doing stuff for a while to help up-and-coming comedians. He's had a foundation named after his father. I didn't write down the name of it, but it's named after his father. And it basically, like when COVID hit and comedians couldn't do anything, he was able to give like 30 different comedians like $1,000 or something to help them pay their bills and not just like starve because their income source completely ended all of a sudden. But what Steel City AF is doing is they're going to have 6-month like tenures of up-and-coming comedians where they pay all their bills, they house them at this place, and like help them train to become full-time comedians. So he's got, I think, 4 comedians coming in for the first set whenever they're finished putting this old church together. And for 6 months, these people are not going to have to worry about their finances. They're going to be able to completely commit to being stand-up comics, which is like a huge, huge, huge help for these people to not like also be bartenders working every night.
Yeah, I mean, this is a similar thing, but I'm not exactly the same. That like where I went to grad school at the Center for Cartoon Studies, like was entirely focused on making comics, and the vast majority of people who make comics do it as like a part-time thing, like in whatever hours they can fill. But like in addition to having classes, the real big benefit was that I spent 2 years just making comics without doing anything else. They didn't pay my bills or anything. But, you know, a lot of groups like this are generally like, yeah, you come out years ahead of everyone else because you've put in hours that other people didn't get to because they've been working. So,
Trevor, did you sign up or apply?
No. They're looking for people who are funny. So
see, there you go.
So another really cool thing about what it is also trying to help turn Pittsburgh into a more arts-centered city. The city itself doesn't have all that much stand-up. I'm definitely biased because I moved here from Chicago, which is like the home of stand-up comedy. So what he's trying to do is set up a place that people coming through on tours are able to just stay there. Like he'll put them up in like a guest suite at this residence so that it attracts people who are going on tours. Now I can save money on a hotel by staying at this place. I can perform at this place, and then I can move on because Pittsburgh is like a 6-hour drive to like 30 different cities that are common stand-up comedy spots. So it's all built around turning around the art scene in Pittsburgh, giving young up-and-coming comedians a place to go, and like housing and feeding and helping out up-and-coming comedians. And it's all done just as a charity effort in the name of his father, which is really, really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's not open yet. I'm following him on all the stuff, and basically people are like, can I come and be a bartender? And he's like, no, but if you know how to like demolish churches, we're trying to gut the place. So yeah.
I mean,
that's where
that
it's
sounds
at.
like fun to me.
That does.
Yeah. So it's the Steel City Arts Foundation, Steel City AF, Steve Hofstetter, and Rory ScovelAre.
Very cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You guys ready to order?
Are y'all kind of hungry?
I'm gonna need another minute.
Okay. All right, I'll come back.
Take a look at the menu one more time. We've just been talking. We haven't even looked. I'm sorry.
It is a good menu. You know what? Let's be bad.
I like the font.
Let's be bad.
Should we get a little fries for the table?
Yeah, let's be bad. We've been working so hard, and we're doing so
We're
great.
Going off the rails.
let's be bad.
All right.
Let's play the game.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we have reached the final game of the evening, which for
final game of the season.
The final game of the season, yeah. Which for those who have listened to us thus far know what it's going to be, but for those who haven't, why did you wait till the last episode of season 2? What's wrong with you? Just kidding. We love you. We're glad you're here. But it's called Are You Ready to Order? Basically, I've got a top 5 list here. I'm going to go, there's going to be like sort of rounds where I give these 3 people, my co-hosts, one of those top 5.
It's finding the most disrespectful way to address us.
Yeah, these people. Yeah, but I'll give you one of the items on that top 5 list. You have to tell me where it falls on that top 5 list. Closest gets closer. The closer you get to the actual. Let's just play it. Fuck this. I can't. You want to be as
We're
close
going to have a top 5
to the actual
We're going to have a top 5 list. It's going to be given to us in a random order, and we have to place the things where they are on that top 5 list.
This game has caused so much stress and anxiety.
Yes.
It's pretty
right.
outstanding.
We should go back to Stump the Expert.
Yeah. So it's scored like golf. You want to be as close as you possibly can for every standing that you are away. Like if it's actually 3, but you guess 5, you get 2 points. If you guess 4, you get 1 point. If you get 3, 0 points. You want to be Ideally, you want to be negative points. And then the last one, I'm not going to give you. You have to guess what it is. Cool. Let's do it. My top 5 list this week. We're recording relatively close to a national holiday, not July 6th Park, but the 4th of July, which I hate because this country sucks and everybody in it's stupid. And it's just loud and awful. But because of that, I was inspired. We are doing top 5 worst U.S. presidents of all time.
Oh. Like based on what?
So C-SPAN actually does this every time there's a change in the White House. They consult with a bunch of historians and presidential scholars, and they rank all of the presidents on several things. And
they have a tomato meter.
Kind of. But the categories that they consider when they're ranking them include public persuasion, crisis leadership, economic management, moral authority, international relations, and then a bunch of other things. So they rank them all based on those categories, and then they're ordered based on like what their eventual score is.
Well, the first one's going to be easy.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other ones. Yeah.
All right.
Let's play.
Your first one, Donald Trump.
I'm going to say 1.
Yeah, I got to put that number 1.
Unless if it's like Andrew Jackson is number 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1 as well.
We're all going 1. So I am gonna give you guys some description, like very brief things about like why they would be considered a bad president. I'm not gonna do that for Donald Trump because we all fucking know.
Yeah, we were here for that.
We were here for that. All right.
Unless if it's like a weird sort of metric that makes him not 1. He's 1. He's 1.
Yeah.
Your next one is William Henry Harrison. Now, I don't know how well you guys remember your history.
He was just unproductive. He didn't do much.
Well, yeah, he didn't do much because he died 31 days in office.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just like...
I'm going to go 4 on this one.
Tom's going 4.
Yeah. I was also thinking
5. Because, I mean, he didn't do anything bad. He just didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure.
This is just the worst, is that not like the least productive?
It's the worst presidents of all time.
Worst presidents of all time.
I'm going to drink this
I'm going to put him at 3. I'm going to put him at number 3.
3. All right. Your next one is Franklin Pierce.
Oof.
Yeah. So Franklin Pierce, he took office in 1853. He is considered a not-so-great president, mostly because he kind of led us to the Civil War. He signed the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which basically ignored the Missouri Compromise line because Kansas and Nebraska were new territories at the time, and allowed them to have slaves, which incited lots of violence in the territory of Kansas and just further tensioned, like further heightened the tensions between the North and the South.
Huh.
So that was one of the big things that he did that people weren't so stoked about.
It can't be that bad. I mean, he has a college named after him.
What president doesn't?
Right.
Barack Obama? Does he have a college?
If he doesn't, he will soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put this at number 2.
Number 2.
I'm going to go 3.
I'm going to go 3.
Noel and Tom at 3, and Trevor at 2. Your next one is Andrew Johnson. He served from 1865 to 1869. He became president after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Bad things about Andrew Johnson, he was roaring drunk when he was inaugurated as vice president. That doesn't really necessarily make him a bad president, though. What does make him a bad president is that he was racist as fuck and openly opposed the 14th Amendment, and also, after the Civil War, put a lot of Southern leaders, like leaders from the Confederacy, into great positions of power.
I'm going to say number 2.
Yeah, I'm also going to go 2.
Both Andrew Johnson and Andrew Jackson aren't really the bee's knees.
I'm going to put that at number 4.
Okay. So for your final round, you got to guess which one I did not mention.
Good God.
Because it's like presidents and stuff, I will allow you to like look up a list of the presidents if you want to take a look.
2 names come to mind, and I'm just, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ulysses S. Grant.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Hoover.
Okay.
Are you guys just throwing darts at a board, or
no? I mean, Hoover. Those aren't bad guesses.
I'm gonna go. God, it's either Andrew Jackson or Richard Nixon. I'm gonna go Nixon.
Okay. Locking them in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, none of you were right.
Damn.
The correct answer was James Buchanan. Buchanan.
Of course.
James Buchanan was known as the Do-Nothing President. That was actually his nickname, was the Do-Nothing President. And he literally sat back and allowed the Confederacy to happen. He just, like, let the states secede from the Union and did nothing about it. So he's, directly responsible for the Civil War.
Yeah, that does sound bad.
And actually, there's a quote from him when Abraham Lincoln was getting sworn in. James Buchanan went up to him and was like, "If you're as happy about taking office as I am leaving it, then you're the happiest man on earth."
I thought you were going to say the quote was like, "Hey, I'm in my basement. Don't bother me."
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
All right. I'm also just gonna go. I'll let you guys know. Hoover was a pretty good guess. He was ranked 36 out of 44.
Oh, so
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Eighth worst.
Yeah, 8th, I guess.
Eighth.
9th, 8th, whatever.
Yeah.
Nixon was 31 out of 44. And Ulysses S. Grant's not really that bad. He was pretty good.
All right, guy.
He was 20 out of 44. You were saying Andrew Jackson quite a bit. He's ranked 22 out of 44.
Wow.
And I looked into it. Obviously, the Trail of Tears is like a horrible, like deplorable, like disgusting thing that happened. And it feels weird to say, but outside of that, like as a president, as a leader of the nation, he did an all right job. It's just that one thing is real bad. Anyway,
who are the top 5?
So the rankings. At number 5, we have William Henry Harrison.
Yeah.
At number 4, we have Donald Trump.
Oh.
Wait.
Number 3, we have Franklin Pierce. Number 2 is Andrew Johnson. And the one that you guys didn't get, number 1, James Buchanan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
With final scores, Trevor is in 3rd place with 8.
Woo!
Tom is in fourth place. Tom is in 2nd with 4, and Noel, you've got 3 points. That gives you the points.
Yeah, points number 117, baby. Who are the 5 best?
5 best.
Yeah.
You got some guesses for me? Who do you think is number 1?
It's got to be Lincoln.
It's Lincoln.
Or JFK. Or
it's Lincoln.
Yeah.
So number 1 is Lincoln. Number 2 is George Washington. Number 3 is FDR. Number 4 is TR. And number 5 is Eisenhower.
All right. It's not a bad
presidents.
list. Yeah. Where does Kennedy fall?
JFK is number 8.
Okay.
Obama is 10.
All right. I feel like throwing George Washington up there is just like you got to do it.
Where? I mean, he created the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't do as good of a job as Lincoln. That's all.
Yeah, he created the country, but Lincoln put it back together.
Yeah.
Can you just quickly give us where George Bush Sr. and Clinton fall, just for our lifetime?
So I can do that. Clinton is 19. H.W. Bush is 21. And W. Bush is 29.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
What about Reagan?
Reagan is...
He's got to be up
there.
there.
Yeah, he's 9.
Yeah.
He's number 9.
He was president when I was born.
Cool. So I guess just to round out the top 10, the only ones that I haven't mentioned, number 6 is Harry Truman. Number 7 is Thomas Jefferson.
TJ did a pretty good job, yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree with most of that list.
All right. Yeah. I'm glad C-SPAN and their team of historians have your support.
I didn't recognize half the names, but you know what? They did all right.
That has been the final Are You Ready to Order of the season.
Yeah.
Put a fucking cork in her.
You guys want to do the final fake ads of the season?
Let's do some fake ads.
Today's episode is brought to you by Spoiler Alert. Has this ever happened to you? Yeah, so spoiler alert, in the last scene that turns out Zasmathrian was actually a ghost and from the future past sent to kill Asmakiar, and the whole thing was actually just a dream of Putinetki. What about this?
What was any of that?
Yeah.
And then we find out Martinello was actually Zacharias' mother, which means that Zukiki was actually the aunt sister-in-law and therefore framed for all of the murders. Spoiler alert, I guess. Our researchers have discovered that the average spoiler alert comes 4.8 seconds after the spoiler occurs. That's why we built the app Spoiler Alert. It's a new podcast app that scans 15 seconds ahead in what you're listening to see if anybody says spoiler alert. If spoiler alert catches a spoiler alert, it pauses your podcast and alerts you for real so you can skip past the spoiler. Stay alert of spoilers with Spoiler Alert alerting you of spoilers.
Spoiler alert alerting you of spoilers. That was fun.
Dear God. That was much.
This week's episode is brought to you by bleach. You got a stain on your white shirts? Use bleach. You tired of all this skin on your head? Use bleach. You sick and tired of that coronavirus being all up in your body? Drink some bleach. Just put it in your face, dumbass. It's bleach.
We do not condone drinking bleach.
Drink bleach.
Today's episode of the Never Games is also brought to you by Spoiler Alert.
God damn it, Tom, you motherfucker. I got nothing now.
The app that alerts you to the DC Comics character Spoiler. Briefly known as Robin. Nobody really likes Spoiler. We really wanted to alert you to her presence in bad comics.
I do not remember Spoiler.
So use Spoiler Alert.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Spoiler Alert. Just let you know when Spoiler Alert is going to come to the market. So once that app comes to the market, your app Spoiler Alert will give you an alert for Spoiler Alert. So go to spoileralertalert.com.
My phone is so filled up with apps that are going to alert me when other apps are available. Yeah. I can't even download the other apps because I have so many apps alerting me of when other apps will be there.
Well, once you get the alert, you can delete that app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to yet another amazing season.
Well, wait. I mean, I guess we don't really have to because everybody knew that going into the episode, but we should probably say congratulations once again to Tom.
Mr. Thomas.
He's with the back-to-back dubs.
2 wins.
Way to go.
Yeah.
The season of the pizza place?
Yeah, I don't know. We never decided on a name.
We haven't decided on it yet, but
all right.
Rest assured, he's getting his name on the trophy yet again.
Yeah.
I'll mail that back to you, Trevor.
I'll send it to you.
All right. So we are going to take a few weeks off until we start up season 3, but we will not be without awesome content. So we'll still be delivering you some pretty great stuff, but it will be a little bit different than our normal conventional episodes. Yeah, so if you like this season, you want for us to keep going, the best way to support us is just give us a like on whatever podcast outlet that you subscribe to or use or whatever, and just, tell a friend, and then that friend can tell another friend, and so on and so forth, and we'll start controlling the world before you know it. So, yeah.
Make our podcast a pyramid scheme.
Yes.
You get 2 friends who listen to our podcast, and they'll get 2 friends who listen to our podcast.
Yeah, this podcast is the newest super fruits.
All right, well, and if you really just want to have a chat, get to know us, you can reach out to us at most social media at _never_games. Engagement with our fans is a thing that we love to do. You can also contact us via email, hello@thenevergames.com, or give us a call on the phone and just talk about your feelings, how your day was, or if you have any games that you'd like us to play. That phone number is 406-GAMES-24. That's 406-426-3724.
And if you're a huge fan, or if you're not, it doesn't matter. You can help us out by joining our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get bonus content at $3 a month. And all of the money goes to dyeing Conor's hair. We made it through 2 seasons. We had enough money to let him dye it once, but those roots are going to grow out, and we need to make sure that those colors stay strong for Conor. So join our Patreon. Anybody who joins gets an NFT. Never a fungible token.
Yeah, and please join. We really want Conor's next hair dye to be less caustic. And if you don't donate, it will be more caustic.
If you don't donate, it's just the bleaching.
I don't have a lot of skin left on my head, guys. So please help us out. But all of this information that we just talked about is available on our website. That is nevergames.com. You can see our dating profiles. You can get this and past episodes. But you can also find all of the music that is used in this and every episode. That music is done by a band called Good Damn It that features Trevor on all the stuff and Noel on the derms.
And once again, thank you everyone for another wonderful season of the Never Games. We will be back with season 3 in the future. My name has been and will always be Noel McInnes.
I am Trevor Kelly, at least for now.
My name is Tom O'Brien, as far as you know.
I am Conor Provost. Good night, Christopher.
And this is the Never Games Do We Play Games.
Almost never.
Yeah.
This has been a Stickerbox Studios production.
2 seasons.
He had that in half a second. That was already up on his phone.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Man is the warmest place to hide.
Marty McFly travels in time in a DeLorean this summer. This is the tagline. Please tell me.
Oh, that's Time Bandits.
Trevor, I'd like you to now insert an audio clip of Conor from the beginning of this game saying, "Oh, I'm gonna clean up."
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's like rock soup if nobody showed up to your party. My phone is so filled up with apps that are going to alert me when other apps are available.
Trevor, did you sign up or apply?
No. They're looking for people who are funny. So